and you call them a Kuffar, then they're fair game to certain Muslims. So the rules.
Takfir in what sense, though?
That's when you call what sense? Big books on it.
I don't understand what you're saying.
When you say somebody's an unbeliever.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't just claim any old Joe is an unbeliever.
No, they do. Good people do.
Look, people do. People will mess around with kids. People will harm their parents. It doesn't mean that that is what Britain teaches just because they're living in Britain. Do you see?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Look, saying takfir on somebody undeserving of takfir is wrong.
Who is the person to judge? Who's the mortal person to judge another person's a kuffar?
We judge by what's apparent. For example.
Okay. I've got you.
Yeah.
I get you. That's enough.
Yeah.
10 words or less probably helps me.
No problem. So coming back to that point, so there are certain fundamentals that you'll be surprised, like when it comes to Christian doctrine, you've got people that are Unitarian, you've got people that are Trinitarians. That's the fundamental belief.
I come from a town which is a Baptist town. Which is again Christianity, but a different branch.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like in my town, we were persecuted by the Christians for being Baptists and tried to make convert and lose our religion, and all that type of stuff. I've gone through things with a band of Christians.
You're from Ireland, right?
No, I'm from Wales.
Oh, Wales.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go there next week for my first kind of visit in Wales.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I've been told that. I've actually been told that.
Beautiful land,
and I've been told it's blasphemous for me to go to Wales and stay there just one day. I have to at least stay there 3-4 days.
Oh, absolutely. Go and visit the land, go and see it. It's beautiful area.
Yeah.
And it's warm people as well.
That's the thing. I've heard that about Scottish people. I've heard that about Irish people. So definitely, Catherine, to come back to the point that we're saying is, if you look at Islam, when it comes to fundamental theological beliefs, we're in unity. It's only in interpretations, like your friend said, I don't think I've won him over yet, but hopefully I will by the end, that it's only in, and I agree with you that interpretations and narrations, that there will be disagreements. Death and slaughter. And you'll agree with me.
Death and slaughter.
Catholics and Protestants.
All of them have done it.
All
It's
of
happened
them.
everywhere.
Yes.
It's not singular. This is the thing for me as well. This is what I am about. It's I singularly see and don't see all of one particular religion that is got that hard side, because they all have.
And that's balanced.
But it's not, shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't, Catherine.
Not when, you're talking about your relationship with God or Allah as you call, or whatever, you know what I mean, or whatever you want to call. I mean, when you're talking about that, obviously that's more of a peaceful kind of way. It should be more calm, it should be more... When you have that aggression behind following religion in the name of religion, how could I ever, as a human, attach my name to that when they can't sort it out with their own religion because you're all at war?
Absolutely.
There's a book written by Karen Armstrong. It's called Fields of Blood. She had exactly the same concern that you did. She used to be a nun. The reason why I've said the book, so maybe you can reference or find a PDF or something or purchase it. She had the same issue, and she concluded that any issue that I look at, I realize that there is political underlyings behind those conflicts. I'll give you an example. For example, Iraq.
But the thing is, right, is that they call it political, but the problem is then that comes in the question, whom is in control? The politics or the religion? You can't really discover the truth within history to see which one is the one that's in control. All you do know is they're at the top.
But tell me what you think about this, though. With Iraq, before the invasion of America, there's a book written by Pape called Dying to Win. He said before the US invaded, there was no such thing as suicide bombing. There was no such thing as low illiteracy rates.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories behind all of the 9/11 bombings, blah,
Not
blah.
9/11.
No, I know. You know what I mean? There's a lot of sort of tale about that. There's extremists, there's this, that. It's all propaganda. The thing is, I see the world for what it is, and I don't believe fuck all. That's the bottom line. Because nothing out there is really truthful. We're only fed what they want us to read. We only see what they want us to see. We only hear what they want us to hear. We don't really hear the whole truth of what's going on. Because as we know, there's so much bias out there. You know what I mean? This is why, again, you can't kind of affiliate yourself to that one branch.
But Catherine, what
because you
yeah.
think you're right, and you're the ones that are going to go past and go into heaven, and I won't because I'm a non-believer. Whereas me personally, I see us fucking all there.
Yeah.
You know, that's where the equality that I don't understand. All the hatred that goes on between all the religions.
The thing
it's
is,
just awful.
the thing is, Catherine.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, the thing is, when it comes to differing options, we're told in the Quran, come to common terms between us and you, like discuss, debate. Just because somebody disagrees doesn't mean that there needs to be enmity.
Yeah, but you don't get a lot of conversation like this in this area. And I've had conversations many times where people, they come, you are
I could
a
tell,
unicorn,
Catherine.
right?
Yeah, thank you.
They come in and they're very aggressive, especially as I'm a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I do have very, very different views to what a lot of people are out there. Even though I was brought up in a Christian country, you know, I'm far from sort of affiliated to any of it, you know, so...
I have that approach, like if I'm telling you that, look, this is in the scripture, somebody that comes that doesn't know you screaming and shouting, I think that's wrong.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you preach at me or scripture at me, it's just going to switch off.
Exactly.
So the discussion about what you feel, what tells you to think, I've got more respect.
No, I appreciate that, I appreciate that.
Especially when we read the book a few times.
Yeah. You know what, I'm not stupid enough that I haven't read across the board.
Yeah.
So there's so much truth in all of them.
So I see you had a lot of kind of negative experiences, and I could kind of see that kind of apprehension.
No, not really.
No, you mean like in the discussions and speakers?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you know,
that's why it's good.
Aggressive.
So it's good that we kind of broke that barrier and we're able to.
I'm quite a soft person. I'm quite a chill person. You know what I mean? I'm not down. I can be loud. But I'm Welsh. You know what I mean? We are. But yeah.
I've heard so many positive things about Wales. Honestly,
it's a beautiful place.
You know what I love about something. He said 15 minutes you'll be in Cardiff.
Yeah.
I was like, it takes me 45.
Where are you staying?
I live here.
Where are you going into Wales?
So I'm in South London. I'll probably be going to. It'll be one of the mosques, but he said the mosque in Wales, they're just so close to each other.
Yeah.
So there'll be four.
There's a real community down in Cardiff. A massive community. There's a massive Muslim community in Wales. You know, this is it.
But it's the fact that it's so close.
Yeah.
Because here it took me 45 minutes to come from South London to Speaker's Corner.
Yes,
so I don't like the fact that it's so far.
Yeah.
So the fact that,
but public transport in Wales is wonderful.
It's okay here. Hopefully it remains like that.
Yeah.
So Catherine, so now that we've kind of got those boundaries out of the way, let's have a heart to heart here. This is something I'm genuinely fascinated in. Like when I discuss with somebody, I want to know where they get their morality from, especially if they're not subscribed to a religion.
Yeah. It's very difficult for me to answer that. I got to be honest, because like I struggle with the question because I just know.
Okay.
It's very intuitive. I just try to be a nice person. I mean, I'm a believer of that the energy that you give out is the energy that you get back. So therefore, you know, whatever, if I can be a good person to others, it will come back to me in some kind of way.
Is karma something you take from Hinduism?
No, this is what I mean. I've read across the board.
Yes.
I just think my own instinct is already there, and the sort of reading parts of it is what works for me. I've just done what works for me.
Okay.
You know, and I believe I've got a direct, you know, I'm quite close to God and I'm quite close to the Creator because like I try to live my moral.
To be honest, Catherine, that way of living is fantastic, and I meet a few people at Speaker's Corner, and to be honest, I try to pick certain people at Speaker's Corner that it is going to be a conversation like we're having, because I don't think there's a there's much benefit in just speaking at the person rather than speaking to the person.
Because at least you get a little bit more of an educated kind of
100%
chat, you know.
So tell me what you think about this. So if I was to speak, not necessarily to yourself, tell me what you think about this point of view. When it comes to morality, my argument would be that if somebody says, it's whatever I feel, whatever kind of comes to me, that can vary from person to person.
It absolutely can, I understand that, but the thing is there has to be kind of a level of respect across the board.
Oh, 100%.
You know, but that's something that we're lacking, because the thing is at the end of the day, the powers that be quite divide and conquer. Because if we come together as a collective, we are far stronger to be able to kind of gain back more kind of a peaceful environment than if we were being kind of told what to do and told that this is the way to be told. You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
Yeah. It's in my kind of thing is just like, you know, I just like my little piece.
You're right. And you know what? I was reading this book, it's called Secret Affairs by Mark Curtis. I was telling your friend that, you know, I like reading as well. And initially this was in like, I think around the 1950s or possibly even before. One of the kind of leaders of the UK, his name was Lord Crewe.
Right.
And in the kind of legislatory books of the UK, they were saying stuff like, because obviously they needed oil. And they said, look, the Middle East has the oil. And it said that, look, it's within our interest to keep them divided.
And I totally, that is my line of thinking. Because the thing is, it's like, we don't really know what goes on above us, really. We don't know.
That's why I love reading about that, because when I do come across people that have legitimate concerns like yourself, I say that, look, let's just say, for example, ISIS.
And I get it, because the thing is, it's awful to think that there is this judgment that's made on a religion based on a few fundamentalists that have used the name of religion. I see the difference. You know what I mean? I see that there is a difference between being a believer or being a Muslim and using the Muslim name to be able to be troubled. Because the thing is that's what it's always done that across the board, isn't it? You know, when you think about it, with like the Christians, they've all done it. Do you know what?
Are you okay?
But you know what I mean? It's just, that's why I can't.
The thing is, Catherine, I'm going to be honest, I'm from the 9/11 generation, which means that I was in like, I just about started secondary school and 9/11 happened.
I was 21, so So I remember it, I was in college. So
for me, all eyes were on me. And I was like, because my father passed away when I was 1, so I was a bit of an introvert. And then when all of this started coming out, you know, what does your religion say about this or what does it say about that? Then I was like, what does my religion say about this?
You've got to investigate it and what it says.
Do you want an umbrella?
No, I'm all right.
You are sweating heavily.
I'm hot.
You can't, you know what?
Thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah, it is a bit hot. But it's...
So Catherine, I guess what I was saying was, that's when my interest in finding out the politics behind these things was, because there came a time, even because I used to hear it from my teacher, from my colleagues, I used to come home, switch on BBC, everybody was constantly discussing terrorism.
And this is the thing, is that I get this and I understand how, because it makes me angry too, that the blame was put onto the religion and not so much on the fact that there was fundamentalists within that. The thing is the Christians haven't long ago done well, the Catholics haven't long ago been terrorists themselves, right? Again, there's the British as well, we've gone into their country and committed terrorism. You know, it's across the board and it's not a new thing. But they created a mass media about it, which that kind of got forgotten about how bad those things were, and this is the worst thing to ever happen. It's like, oh, hang on a minute, this is across the board, like people say. You know what I mean? So it's like, I totally understand.
It's so good that and it's appreciative that you acknowledge that, say, the UK, when it went to different countries, it committed terrorism. Other countries, because last week I was...
The thing is, the English came to mine and did it. In like hundreds of years ago. And the thing is, it's only happened in the last 50 years that we are getting our language back in South Wales. Because it was beaten out of our children. When the English came over across, because we had industry, we had iron. This is why they wanted to come into South Wales, because we had money, we had big... booming, you know what I mean?
You guys have natural resources as well.
Natural resources, coal, everything, you know what I mean?
Once you got those natural resources, they be a coming.
Like, and the thing where I'm from as well, I'm from a town called Merthyr Tydfil, where there was an Aberfan disaster where the coal mine slipped and killed 153 children in a school. This is down to coal. With all the coal board and, you know, and it was all ignored by politics quite a lot. It was really argued against only recently. You know, there's a lot, I understand what that history is like, and
it's mad. I'm not
like they say, I'm not like everyone else who's got the view of, it's the religion.
No, that's fantastic. And you know what, that's why I think, just like you said, I was different from the people that you've spoken to. I think you're different to the people that I've spoken to, because you genuinely seem to put value on truth. Like, look, this is what we're seeing, but this is where these are the people pulling the strings. In other words, so unfortunately, like, coming back to ISIS point, Karen Armstrong says that she looked at the people that had been taken hostage by them, and she said that they didn't notice. They noticed that they had very little interest in the Quran. Prayer time came, they weren't praying. The discussions were very far from religion, rather political. And they were something called the Ba'athists. The Ba'athists were, you know how Saddam got taken off when the Americans went in? They were literally from his political party that had been further radicalized in a camp called Camp Nama, which was again under the Americans' jurisdiction and control. So there is a lot of fascination when you look at, oh damn, like there was a camp, it was done under the eye, they're political. But the thing, Catherine, is religion is the only thing that brings people together. So these people realize that politics won't be enough for you to tell and go.
I understand. That's what I said earlier, where I understand that some people need a collective in order to do that. I understand that.
Oh, is that what you meant? Yeah.
Okay. I understand that some people have that need to be part of community because that is who they are as a person. We're all different. We've all got different personality traits. Like for me, I don't need a community to do what I do. I just do. Do you understand? It's like I don't need a set of rules on me to tell me what to do. I just do. I don't need to say that I am committed in a way that I am following this book, blah, 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 and praying, blah, 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 for me to be good. So like, you know, that's my personal...
So I'm going to add to the knowledge that you've gained yourself, and we're going to see if there's certain things that maybe you can leave with today that might kind of help. So I'll come from an Islamic perspective and say, look, here are some of the stuff that I do. You might already be doing that. Say, you know, like when kids, they exchange trading cards and they go, got, need.
And you know what, probably, there's probably a lot that we've got in common.
100%.
I'm positive that we have. You know what I mean? I'm not naive in thinking. This is what I see, this is what I take from religion across the board, is if you look at the fundamentals, it's about peace. The problem is that it's been created into division and war. That's my problem with the fact that it moves away so far from what really, truly the message of the book should be.
And you know what, Catherine? I think that's a big weakness of the adherence to the religion. Because unfortunately, although people like you wouldn't do that, you wouldn't judge the adherence as opposed to the faith, but unfortunately people do.
I know, I understand. Because the thing is, I get judged myself by people who are a believer or call me non-believer. Do you understand? So I get that judgment myself because like, it doesn't feel very nice, you know, when you're trying to kind of have a discussion with someone, but then it's like, oh, but you're a non-believer. And it's like, that's the only thing that you've got to offer me. Then I'm not going to learn anything
not interested.
from you. I'm not going to gain anything or learn anything about what your faith is and who you are as a person. Because like to me, who you are as a person leads me to believe more about how close you are to God than what your religion is. Do you get what I mean?
100%. So coming from a single parent household.
Same.
Oh really? Father or mother you lost?
My father left when I was 11.
Oh, so sorry to hear that. Because to be honest, I don't know, I guess you need both. But
you do.
The absence of the father, you can you really do feel. You need that. You need that balance. Like the mother will give you
masculine and feminine energy.
That's what
it's all about.
But nowadays we can't say stuff like that.
No, but it's true because the thing is, it's not about masculinity or energy or anything. What I'm talking about energy is the energy that you may feel that you are in, which is either masculine or feminine. Because we both carry elements, and that's the problem that we're in. Is a lot of women in this society are in a masculine energy because we've been made to be that way. Because again, we've been fed, you know, all men are narcissists, all men are this. We've got shit going into our stream as well from everywhere that this is what's going on in the world. We're losing our femininity, our softness. But then men are becoming more masculine and more assertive and more moving away from their real masculine energy. Do you get what I mean? They're not the protectors anymore. But I mean, that's across the board in the world.
That is actually emphasized in Islam. You probably, I mean, in your readings, you found out that when it comes to the family unit that's being attacked nowadays, in the news you'll see as well, anytime there's this detransitioning or cutting of genitalia or whatever it is, Islam is coming forward or Muslims are coming forward saying, you know what, that's not right. You shouldn't
No, I understand. The thing is there are fundamentalists and there are people who are strong believers that are doing this. This again is another argument as to how it's being interpreted as to be in a misogynistic way towards the feminine. You know, and where it appears that women are subservient and women are lower than men, and I don't believe that's the way it is. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, when you're in a partnership with someone, it's about sometimes your turn to take the lead, but sometimes it may be my turn to take the lead. But the problem is with a lot of that is your women are not allowed to take the lead.
But you know what's interesting? What you're saying is it's like you're reading from the texts of Islam. Shall I tell you why?
But it's across the board. This is what I mean.
Forget about the others. Let's just you and me. So in Islam, we believe that the roles of the male and the female are complementary.
Yes, absolutely. That's why we differ.
Not competitive.
No, not. Absolutely. How else is it, right? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, right, we create life as man, masculine, feminine.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
We are the holders of the womb. We hold life. We hold the key to life. Right? And then men basically should be the ones who are the protectors of that and to supply for it and to be able to provide for it. But that's where the division has happened, where women are doing both roles. That's what I mean and I'm referring to.
So I'll give you an example of how the Prophet, peace be upon him, empowered the women. Somebody asked, who should I love? From my family. He goes, your mother. So, who next? Your mother. Who next? Your mother.
Heaven falls at your mother's feet.
And then again, who next? Your father. So when it comes to child rearing and giving birth and that connection, Prophet, peace be upon him, gave the gold medal to the mother, the silver medal to the mother, the bronze medal to the mother, and the father gets the runner-up prize.
Because the thing is, right, it's the direct
We should do marches.
But it's the direct source. It's the life giver, it's the one.
But do you see? So when, Catherine, when somebody comes and goes, oh, are they equal? I'm saying, why is that the question?
It's not about equality.
Exactly.
It's not about equality, it's about playing the role.
It's about being complementary. As
it's
opposed,
about being a partnership, it's about being one, it's about yin and yang, it's that opposite and everything like that. Because like, that's what it should be all about. It shouldn't be about dominance from one or another.
Exactly.
It's not about that. It's about peace. It's about equality. Not equality even, because we're not equal, we're different.
We've been drilled with that word of equality.
Yeah, because when we're different, we're physiologically different.
Exactly.
But the thing is, that could be the same for men. Are physiologically different. You get small men, you get big men, you get strong men, you get weak men. I could be stronger than some men. But with other women would be not as strong as, do you know what I mean? So that's why the Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized the role of the mother and the narration that you put forward, heaven lies at the feet of your mother. So like that, like feet is supposed to be the part of the body, especially traditionally, that people weren't always wearing footwear. So it was... Because it grounds us to the earth
and it
takes us further away from our energy with shoes on.
But also the fact that obviously the foot is the dirtiest part, in the sense that if someone puts their hand to your face, you won't mind as much as them putting their feet to your face. So if somebody says that, look, heaven lies at the feet of your mother, then it shows that, you know what, this...
Even in the darkest of places, that's where your faith always lies.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Catherine, I see this as a problem in our society, the disrespect, unfortunately, the young generation has for their parents. This is definitely...
I wouldn't call it a disrespect, I would just call it a misunderstanding. I think the thing is, we come from different generations at the end of the day, because the thing is we are pre-technology, I was anyway, and pre-Facebook, all of this. And then to have a child that's born in the technological age, which only understands that, you're different people. No wonder there's going to be discourse, there's going to be kind of a disjointed feel between the two, because at the moment there's such a division between the technological age that it's very strange for them. It's like children don't know what tapes are.
I said VCR to somebody today in the discussion.
You go to the tape modern and they've got tape recorders as a piece of art, and it's like, oh my God,
that's so embarrassing.
That old. You know, Discmans and things, and like kids don't even understand. You know, when they didn't even have a remote control, you couldn't pause the TV. They just don't understand.
You have the long mop with
you don't understand. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
They don't understand.
But Catherine, you know, when I do speak to young kids, especially people that aren't attached to a transcendent power, it's difficult to meet on the grounds of morality, because they would say, why do I need to respect her?
No, I understand that this is where the disjointed discourse comes in between the generational thing, and it is from when basically I would say sort of losing a lot of religion is a part of that, because like I say, there are people that need a community to be able to be a good person. And the problem is because there's like this kind of, people just want to be individual so much these days, they're running away from themselves so far that they're taking themselves away further from source.
Wow,
And
that's so profound.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, it's scary.
And you know what? They don't realize that they're going the other way because according to their morality map, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Because like the thing is right, I'm a believer of we create our own reality here upon the way that we behave and who we are.
Yeah.
Right? So therefore, does that mean that heaven is your own creation, so it's whatever you want it to be?
Yeah.
And you're creating it as you're creating yourself on earth. So do you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, 100%. That's why when you were talking about women being holders and childbearers of that energy and stuff like that.
It doesn't make us better than you.
Yeah.
What it makes us is that we are the direct source to give life on this earth.
In that aspect, superiority.
That's where we are, the superiority. But the thing is we need your seed to enable us to do that. So singularly alone, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Even though science does do that now. But you know what I mean? It's like...
But you still ultimately will need the sperm from the man, even if it's put in a little beaker.
Even if it's a donut, you still need it.
Yeah.
I understand that they are doing experiments now on bone marrow, being able to take DNA and from bone marrow to be able to try and make babies, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like
that's
what's
like,
the need? Yeah.
That's like, that leads me down to scary path of feminine domination. It's like, no.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about.
That was that movie Barbie, I think, that people had issues about. They were saying that was again one of the underlying things that was putting forward.
But I understand the other subsidiary side of it as well. I haven't seen the film myself, but another side of it is you see that Ken actually lives life as a woman stands today in today's society.
Yeah.
You know, you see him being used for his look, you see him being kind of like a little bit, you know, oh, it's only Ken, you know what I mean? It's like, you see the subservience and the treatment that some women get.
But I think, and that's where the red pill movement kind of comes in, their argument would be that women have that innate value that, say, men don't. So women, no matter where they go, they will get some level of attention that, say, a man, if he doesn't fill that hypergamous kind of criteria, he would struggle, hence the male suicide.
And I understand that because from my town there's a lot of male suicide from my hometown.
Catherine, it's like one a day, it's ridiculous.
I mean, from where I'm from, we had a spate where there was teenagers doing it. There was like 13 of them did it in 6 weeks. I mean, like, it's
terrible.
hard, it's awful. The male suicide particularly as well. Fathers that can't see their kids. Where the children are being used as weapons because of the fact that they've got hurt in a relationship they shouldn't have been in the beginning. Because all people are doing is seeking instant gratification and basically validation from externally from themselves. They're never going to be in a solid, faithful relationship with anybody while they need them to fulfill them.
Facts, I agree with you.
You know, so...
Know thyself, like you have to fill in that void within you rather than looking for somebody else to fill in that void.
Nobody else can fill your void.
That's why even we're told in our scripture, look within you.
You always do, you should. Because this is where I say, the more accountability that I take for my actions, the more acceptance that I have of myself gives me a direct source to God, because at the end of the day, that's my direct line, is taking accountability for my behaviour here. That's my belief. You know, so at the end of the day, this is why I respect religions across the board, and I understand that we're all going to have different views and take things from things differently.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I've got a mixture of stuff. I got, you know, I got a Jesus, Mary, I got
Eye of Horus.
Do you know what I mean? I've got a lot. I have Hand Fatima, you know. So it's like I got bits from it all because it should. But and I love the parts that are about peace and about being good people and about behaving in a nice way, you know, and so forth. That's what I can take parts from all of that have that. It's just the fact that it kind of goes to that extreme then, where there's wars within where. Why can't we just accept that we all believe different, but that doesn't mean we don't believe? That's why in the beginning I said I don't like the statement, you're calling me a non-believer. That's why it triggers me. Personally, because I don't see you that way. I don't see you as a non-believer, and I feel like I hold high faith.
You know, if you speak to Muslims, you'll see that